Welcome back to Banished Souls, guys. I hope you've been having a wonderful day, wonderful work week. So, I want to show you something we did leave out on one of the videos. Kind of forgot about it. If you want to use that in-game voice chat, you're going to hold, if you're on Xbox, it's going to depend on your consoles. You'll have to look over to the right-hand side screen, the bottom right. For me, it's holding the left joystick that brings up your chat menu, and then I'm going to press Y, which would be triangle for PlayStation folks. And you're going to be able to turn on voice chat here, enabling your microphone, enabling text chat, group chat, world chat, etc., etc., etc. So that's how you're going to turn that on. It does work. I've not had any issues with it on that. I do like the sound quality that we get in our Discord voice a little better, so that's typically what we're using. But it is nice to have that option to be able to turn that on, because maybe there is a trade, you have something for sale, and you're like, hey, I'm just going to go hang out in St. Anne, wait for some pirates to come through. And you'll be able to tell those folks that come up to go to build something and they actually don't have enough materials. So you can see what materials they're needing. You can sell it to them. It's just going to expand the game in that kind of way. I think it's going to be a great option. So there was a lot of confusion, it sounds like, when it comes to the warehouses and stuff, man. Picking up those eights. I'm not noticed really anything on my account that's changed on it, which I only fund my tens, which is plenty what I need with the eights. Yeah, so I'm still smoking those helm ships any chance we can. That one didn't have any products on it. That's fine. But yeah, man, I'm not noticed a whole lot of negative stuff when it comes to collecting my eights. It's basically the same style as it was before. I know a lot of us were hoping for those automatic eight, uh, some sort of a system on there. We'd heard some rumors that was going to be coming. Now I'm sure it's going to be coming at some point. Now they did a lot of upgrades. I think it was like 1.5 gigabyte is what the update patch was for this game last night. So it was nice as far as I'm concerned to be able to come in, try some PvP out, stuff like that. Become very apparent though. You're going to want to make sure that you're traveling with the team. You'll be able to see on the map. On the map where people are at. But you can actually go to the world list here. Bring it up. And if you see the PvP next to a name, you're going to see a red skull and crossbone, and it's going to have a number in it if they're in a group. Now, to me, if the group leaders will show how many's in their group. It's not going to show on every single person, but a group leader would show how many's in his group. So that's a good indicator too. If you're by yourself and there's a bunch of solo people swinging around, then maybe you stand a chance. That's going to be up to you how you want to do that if you decide to go with that route on the PvP. When we're on in teams, we love to do raids and stuff. So that's something that we'll do, server raids and PvP. I imagine we'll probably start doing that tonight. We'll just have to wait and kind of see how things work out with it. But I think it's going to be fine. I think there was 7 of us at one point in the server last night. And then we finally, people having to work and stuff. We ended up with about 3 or 4 there toward the end. But we had a blast in here checking out the new systems. I love the fact that you have the open all button in the warehouse now. Or even in your inventory if you're out farming those plague ships, you're getting all those chests in. You remember how you open one at a time, and eventually we'd end up sitting in there and you got a stack of 400 or 500, 600 or something in your inventory, and you had to go through them one at a time. Now when you open it's going to open all of them. So that's great. It's going to open the whole stack. That to me, that was definitely worth the upgrade, folks. Just makes my life a little bit easier on this end. There were some changes, it sounds like, to levels 2 through 9. 1s and 10s stayed the same. 2 through 9 changed. I've heard some reports about they think that maybe some of the trade lines were nerfed or something. I'm not seeing that on my end, but it's hard to tell because typically when I look at the map and I go into the helm here, sometimes it shows the actual reflection of what we're getting. Sometimes it's nerfed, like that one shows 102 and 114. It's obviously quite a bit higher than that. I think we were up in the 400s. It's reflecting in the pickups that it's still the higher amount, so I don't really go by that. We do know that they have some visual bugs to work out in some things at times, and when you get this many players going on and it's trying to track out many systems, it doesn't seem like it shows the upgrades coming from the helm, but you are receiving those upgrades, so don't let that alarm you. Now, why does it now cost more for a level 5? Well, if you look at the level 5s, what they were, it seemed like it was every 3 to 4 hours is what you was pulling at one time, and that was all it was funding for as well. Now you're funding for almost an entire day, so it's going to cost you more. People were complaining, it's like, well, if I could just get it where it would fund for the entire day or something, Well, you get that, and the math came up on the coins. We have a couple guys that ran that last night and said the math ended up coming out where it's going to be the same, and your production and stuff is actually going to be the same as well. So I'm not too worried about it. Now if you're getting that visual bug, and it's not always that it's there, occasionally it'll pop up when you go to look at it. Sometimes going into new services you join in, you can check it out, and you're going to get those actual numbers. So I wouldn't let it bother you too much. That's just me. I'm still, I can remember the anticipation built around the game, and I still feel that anticipation when it comes to a lot of the content that they're bringing in too. But I want to touch base with you while we collect these 8s. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe and that follow button. We'll bring you new content, information as we can. Have a wonderful day.